The closest place where I could find decent clothing is an open-air market called Gikomba, where second-hand items used to be sold, and I used to go buy, have them cleaned up, and package them, and then I'd go on to sell on to my friends and brother and his friends. Over time, me buying and selling second-hand items, my family gave me an opportunity to travel to Istanbul, where I would go and import premium suits. So my journey to Istanbul made me realize that there's this whole economy of people who are willing to buy garments that are locally manufactured because the Turks are very loyal to their brands. So after around 2 visits to Istanbul and 2 consignments, I reached a watershed moment in my creative life where I felt I no longer wanted to import garments, but rather I wanted to exercise my creative capacity and start selling garments that are made locally in Nairobi. So I stopped doing that, and then I embarked on research on how to get that done. I started by trying to understand where the suit came from, and this led me to 2 English tailoring houses, that is Henry Poole and Gibbs and Hawkes, who are purportedly one of the first tailoring houses to have come up with blazers and trench coats, as it were. So understanding this craftsmanship heritage made me to realize that I did not want to simply replicate what has been done. I needed to create something that had a local context. As I started studying some of these communities in Kenya, for example the Samburu, I came to realize that there's more work to be done, and there is more potential that can be found out of these communities. By and large, meaning study these communities, understand what makes them truly unique, identify their colors and symbols that make these communities stand out, and come up with a bold print and fabric that identifies this community. From that particular fabric, we can not only use it as a lining in our suits, but it can also be used to make other garments, say maybe scarves, shorts, shirts, etc. The fusion of brand identity and culture to me simply means working towards a common point that helps bring what you have actually found on the ground as a result of your research with what you somewhat thought your brand represents. Having this hints in normal pieces, maybe a suit or a blazer, and finding a creative way of putting that together for a man to walk with, to work, is what for us will serve as that meeting point between brand identity and cultural consciousness.